Well, we have got 4 fights on the prelims. Some interesting matchups. We start off with the welterweights. We have Jonathan Micallef, I think, against Oban Elliott. All right, so the Welsh gangster Oban Elliott. He's 28, 6 foot, 72-inch reach. He's got a 12-3 overall, coming off a loss in his last fight. It was a little bit of a lackluster performance from him, to be honest, right? He's 3-1 in the UFC, came via the Contender Series. So, yeah, that contract fight was August 2023. Got a majority decision over Cake Brito. Made his debut February 2024. He beat Val Woodburn via unanimous decision. Got a unanimous decision over Preston Parsons in July 2024. And then he knocked out Basil Hafex in November 2024 with a 3rd-round stoppage. Got a performance of the night bonus for that. His sole fight of 2025 came in June, where he lost a decision to Suk Hon Koi. Okie dokie. So he is going up against Jonathan Micallef, the captain. He's 26, 6 foot, 77-inch reach. Okie dokie. So he's the home fighter. Victoria, right, is where he calls home. He's coming from the Contender as well. Won his debut. Okay, so he got the contract October 2024. He caught Muhammad Adu in the first round with a triangle. Then he made his debut February 2025. He beat Kevin Josette via unanimous decision. Right, his fight before that, he's had a rear naked, right? He's caught people with an arm triangle, head kick knockout. Right, he has been knocked out as well. Got a couple of unanimous decisions, right? So here, you know what I mean? Like, look good on the Contender. But I think Oban has had the stiffer competition. So, yes, I think I'm going to go with the Welsh gangster. Right? I think gangster beats captain. Okay, so next, people, we've got the middleweights. We have Jacob Malkoun against Torrez Finney. So, the Punisher, Torrez Finney. I'm not sure about the Punisher as a nickname, right? Because Finney has got little arms. And I kind of feel like, I don't know if you can be the Punisher with little arms. Anyway, Finney's 27, 5'8", 75.5-inch. Okay, maybe I was completely wrong. He doesn't have he's got longish reach. Huh. For a reason, I thought he had little arms. Huh. Okay, well, I'm wrong. Scrap everything I just said. Jeez. Right? Overall record of 11-0. That's his pro record, I should probably say. He's 16-fight win streak. Woof. 16-fight win streak, right? So, he's I think he's the first person to go 3-0 in the Contender Series, if I remember correctly, right? And that was because those first few times, it's just a little flat, right? A little flat. which, obviously the contender is, I forget how many seasons we're in, but you know what we want, right? Now, I will say in his first time out, he did win via rear naked choke, right? So there is that. That was in October 2022. Then he fought in, he fought twice, right? In 2024. Got a decision in the first fight, beat Cam Rowston. But still, like, you thought that he could have got a finish. Didn't really push for that finish. But he got given a second opportunity. So the first was in August, the second was in October. First round, stoppage, ground and pound, right? Beat Abdella El Rami, and that was the one, right? That was the type of performance that you wanted to see on the contender, and Dana wanted to see, so he got the contract. So he made his debut April 2025, got a split decision over Robert Valentine. It wasn't the best of fights, to be honest with you, So he's fighting Jacob Malkoun. He's 30, 5'9", 73-inch reach. So he's, got a slight disadvantage in the reach, right? So Mamba, he's got an 8-3 overall record, coming off a win in his last fight. And, Malkoun, he's fighting out of Sydney, Australia. Okie dokie. So, he's 4-3 in the UFC. He beat Andre Petroski last time out. That was, that was March 2024. I didn't realize it'd been so long since we've seen Malkoun. Right, got a second round knockout. Right, okay, so he, I think there was a weird situation with Cody Brundage. Right, beat Nick Maximoff, lost to Brendan Allen, both decisions. Lost to Phil Hawes in his debut, which is October 2020. Got stopped in the first, but came back to beat Abdul Razak Al Hassan via decision in April 2021. Then beat AJ Dobson via decision February 2022. So, I don't know. I didn't realize that we haven't seen Malkoun in a while, because I was thinking, I think I might take Malkoun for the win here. But it's been a minute. So it's kind of like, how's he going to look, right? Was he injured? What was the reason for the delay? I don't know. That's good. I'm taking Finney because he's just fought more regularly. Right, I think it just comes down to that sometimes, right? The more comfortable you feel up in that octagon, you know what I mean? So we're sticking with the middleweights. We have Cameron Rowston, right? So, Rowston, he was able to get himself in the UFC. So he is fighting Cody Brundage. Two people that we've just kind of mentioned, right? So Brundage, he's 31, 6 foot, 72-inch reach, 11-7-1 with one no contest, coming off a loss in his last fight. Okie dokie. So he is 5-6 with a draw and a no contest in the UFC. did go to the contender, but he wasn't able to get his arm raised. Okie dokie. So let's take a look at Brundage's record. So yes, he lost to William Knight in September 2020, first round knockout. That was the Contender Series, right? Interestingly enough, I think he was going to do a second stint on the Contender, but he got a short notice fight in the UFC, lost to Nick Maximov. That was September 2021. Now, he came back, picked up a couple of wins, right? He caught Dosha Lumbum Lamabula. I caught him with a guillotine in the first round. That was March 2022. And then beat Trayshawn Gore, July that same year, a first round knockout. Right? He then lost his next three. He got knocked out by Michael Olazejczyk in December 22. In April 2023, Rodolfo Vieira caught him in an arm triangle. And then Sadiq Dumas won in June 2023 via unanimous decision. Right? He came back, beat Zach Reese. Right? Beat Zach Reese. And the Zach Reese one I remember because it was a slam. Right? Zach was looking very good, but he, I forget, he was going for a sub. I think it may have been a Kimura. Brundage picked him up, slammed him. Because that, for whatever reason, didn't let go. Didn't let go. Like, what are you doing, son? So he won those. Then he lost to Bo Nickel at, was that UFC 300? I think it was, right? I think that was 300. Lost to Bo Nickel. Second round stoppage. Yes, that was, wasn't it? Yeah. No contest against Abdul Razak Al-Hazan. That was a dubious one. Right? It was a dubious one because he was already rocked. Right? And that was a problem I had with that fight because Al-Hazan had rocked him and stunned him. Then he got caught accidentally by the illegal blow, right? And it's just like, can you continue? No, he can't. But because he was already rocked, right? That was the problem with that one, right? He beat Julian Marquez, but then, right, he lost to Mansur Abdul Malik, but that was overturned and made a draw. And then last time out, he lost to Eric McCormick. Split decision. It was an odd fight, that one. That one was a bit of an odd fight, right? So, Cam Battle Giraffe Rowston. He's 31, 6'3", 75-inch reach. 13-3 overall record. Coming off a 5-fight win streak. Fights out of Sydney, Australia. And he's down with the City Kickboxing crew. So, yeah. He's going to be feeling very pumped coming into this. Right? He came from Contender Series. Fought on there twice. Won the second one. Right? As you know, we've mentioned that. So the first time he lost to Torrez Finney, but went back to the regionals, won a title, you know what I mean? Won another two, and that got him a second stab in August 2025, where he beat Brendan Holmes with a first round knockout. made his debut in September 2025, where he beat Andre Petroski with a first round stoppage. Right, and so now he takes on Brundage. And you know what I mean? Look, yeah, he lost to Finney, right? He got caught by Finney in a rear naked. But I think fighting out City Kickboxing, his boys are on the card. He's been training with everyone. He's going to be pumped. He's going to be jazzed. I am taking the Battle Giraffe for the win because, you know, can a man really fuck up a giraffe? I don't think so, people. All right, so we end the prelims with the light heavyweights. All right, we have Junior Tafa against Billy Elekana. All right, so Billy, son of Susie Elekana, is 30, 6'3", 77-inch reach. It is a terrible nickname, Billy. It's a terrible nickname. He's a 9-2 overall. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Okay. Alright, so he's 2-1 in the UFC. Also fought in LFA and the PFL. Winning records in both of those. So he made his UFC debut in January 2025. He lost to Bogdan Goskov, all right, but bounced back with a win over Ibo Aslan in July, right? Unanimous decision. And then he caught Kevin Christian in the first round with a rear naked choke in November. So, yeah, now he's got Junior Tafa, which is stiff competition, right? So outside the UFC, he's got a sub, he's got a couple of knockouts, right? A few decision wins. And, right, the juggernaut, Junior Tafa. He's 29, 6'3", 72-inch reach. Overall record of 6-4. He's coming off a loss in his last fight. All right. In the UFC, he's 2-4. So I think his back is a little bit up against the wall. Maybe here. All right. So in his debut, he lost to Muhammad Usman. That was April 2023. Yeah. So he then won his next one against Parker Porter. Caught him in the first round with a hook knockout. Got a performance of the night bonus. He then got knocked out by Marcos Rodrigo da Lima. Next time in February 2024. That was in the second round. He fought Walter Walker, right, in August 2024. So you probably know how he lost that one. Yes, people, it was a heel hook in the first round, right? He beat Sean Sharaf, second round knockout in October 2024. But last time out, he lost to Tuco Tokas. Got caught with an arm triangle in the second. That was July 2025. He goes up and down. He can be very inconsistent, Tafa. Right? He can be very inconsistent. He can look kind of lackluster in there. And that's why I think I'm going to go with Billy Elekana for the win, right? Oh, it's a risky one because, you know what I mean, Billy can be a bit inconsistent. But yeah, I'm going to take Billy for the win. It could be a crazy one, right? Because they can be both a little sloppy, both a little... So this one, it could finish with a crazy knockout, right? Which would be great because that leads us to the main card. But we will see what happens.